So today's actually the first time I'm actually opening an entire case of a Yu-Gi-Oh set, trying to get the hit card, in this case, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, aka DP in Starlight form. Now I will go ahead and point out, I opened 6 already, and so far we pulled nothing fancy. And instead of it being a super crazy long video, which I don't want to do, I decided to just kind of start over. On top of that, my recording stopped mid-recording, which is kind of annoying, and that happened. I did say, I did get 1 Ultimate Slayer out of those 6 boxes, which is dope, but I want to get at least 2 of these for the deck, and hopefully we can pull the Starlight as well at some point in the video. As far as editing, I don't know how I'm going to cut this video down, because I kind of want to like get right to the point. I don't want this to be super crazy long. I mean, you know me, you guys got stuff to do, so we'll figure something out, and maybe I'll just, I don't know, over the 6 boxes, maybe we'll just end the video if a Starlight is pulled. This video could be 2 minutes long. Imagine right now I pull Starlight, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, which I hope didn't happen, because then it's gonna be like, oh, you rigged it. I wish. Okay, here's the funny thing about my hunt for DP in Starlight form. I already pre-ordered 3. We got our first secret rare. I already pre-ordered 3 from, you know, one of my friends who helps me get all the cards, and I bought them for $250 each, so $750 total. This case was almost $800 with taxes. Why did I do that? I should have just bought the 3 and then called it a day. Well, I'll be real, I didn't expect it to be that cheap at first. I believe the prices has gone up since, especially since whatchamacallit, Predator Plane is banned in the TCG, so DP won't get as much love as it used to. But I still think it's a crazy card if you open up your hand with whatchamacallit, keep saying whatchamacallit. If you open up your hand with Fusion Destiny, you're gonna have a very, very strong opening hand and play, potentially game at that point, because DP is just that good. But I wonder if DP is ever gonna get banned. What do you guys think? Do the people play the game? Do you think we could ever see DP going away? I don't think DP personally is that big of an issue to deal with, just because like there's ways to get rid of it. You know, obviously Call by the Grave is a 1 in the TCG, but hitting with Call by the Grave, or you can also just do the various forms of tributing, whether you use something like Nibiru and everything's on the field when it pops out, or well, I guess it can respond to Nibiru, so Nibiru wouldn't be a good option. But there's ways to get rid of DP that's not that hard to deal with, in my opinion. But then again, this could also just be copium, because I use DP, and this is me just trying to, you know, downplay how good the card actually is. DP is insane, especially when you use it with certain metas. You know, people run it in their adventure decks, and at that point, it's really annoying to deal with. You know, I get that, but for me, you guys know me, I don't really like meta stuff that much, so I like to run DP in like a Dark Magician deck, because Dragoon is banned in Master Duel. I prefer Dragoon, but I definitely think that DP is better, just because DP is way more annoying to deal with, if that makes sense. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think we can ever see DP getting banned? And if that actually happens, what would that do for the price of the card? Would that drop to like $100, even less, just because at that point collectors want it, of how iconic the card is? I don't know. You never know until it actually happens. So we should be coming up on our second secret rare here in a second. Right there, literally as I'm opening the pack. So that was definitely the start of the second half, or a couple packs into the second half of the tower. Question: Do the Starlights replace the secret rares in a box, or nah? The only Starlight I've ever pulled were the Utopia in the Astral language, as well as the 10,000 Dragon in the same set. And if I remember correctly, that was like a 5-card pack. Everything was foil, and then it's in the last slot, which I guess would replace the secret rare in that. So does that apply in here as well, or nah? I'm gonna be real with you. If I open this entire case and there's no Starlight, I'm going to be sad, because it is 1 in 2. 1 in 2 cases to get a Starlight. It's not cheap. Like I said, I paid $800 for this, so hopefully that doesn't happen, because I am going to be hurting, literally, because I also have to edit this afterwards, knowing that I pulled nothing, and then also clean up the mess. It's always the most annoying part afterwards. I know, boo-hoo, big problems that YouTuber over here has to like deal with. Hey, it's training, okay? Leave me alone. All right, so that was the box number 7, I believe, for me. All right, let's go ahead and go right into the next box. That actually took only like 5 minutes to do, so if that's the case, we can probably get through these a lot faster. So I might just, you know, include all of this. Again, the first 12 boxes, I pulled one of the Primeval cards, which I think is the big hit. I believe it's like an $80 secret rare. And then Ultimate Slayer, I believe, is like a $50 card, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's a pretty crazy card, actually. Exo Sister Martha, already. I think Martha is also a very common secret rare here, because when I opened the first 6 boxes, I pulled her maybe like 3 times already. So we'll see what happens. Comment section below, let me know your thoughts on Power of the Elements as a set. And where you stand with it. I think it's fantastic. It's definitely one of the best sets that's come out in a while. I mean, you're also getting sprites, which are insane. I don't quite know how sprites work. If you want to explain sprites to me down below, go for it. But I did hear a lot of crazy stuff about them and how terrifying they are. So we'll see how they actually are based on your explanation. Basically, explain sprites to me like I'm 5. Are they like one of those decks that just lock you out, have a giant board of negates? What do they do? You guys know Flu is a very, very annoying deck right now. And Flu is just a bunch of normal summons that negates you from doing anything. On top of that, you're stopped from summoning because barrier statue is a thing. What? Barrier statue should have never been a thing. Like, I get, you gotta evolve the game, but like, I feel like with the way Yu-Gi-Oh has evolved in the last, especially the last like 10 years, it's like Konami is definitely making a crazy power creep here that, like, at that point, it's just whoever wins the coin toss or the dice roll first. And that's not how a game should be. And at least in my opinion, I feel like everyone's going to agree on that one. Like, no one's going to be like, yeah, no, it should be decided on a coin toss. Because, like, every card is basically, or every deck is like a 1-card combo. You win the coin toss, you go first, you set up your board of negates, and then you just win. There's no fun in that. Back in my day, we had a thing called Yada Lock. I like how people always talk about, the best format was back in the day, but then they forget that Yada Lock was a thing, as well as Chaos Emperor Dragon before it got errata and stuff like that. Yu-Gi-Oh has been quite the game in the last like 20-something years. That's all I'm going to say. Like, looking back at it, the most broken cards for me growing up, and this is a testament to show you how much the game has changed, has been, if you had Raigeki or Harpy's Feather Duster in your opening hand, and even now that could be annoying. Moray of Avarice. You basically are just annoying. Because back then you didn't have a board of negates, so if your entire place, was based around setting up some monsters and then having a back row, it's just gone now at this point. And if you open up with both, it was game over. That's why those cards got banned. But it's crazy to think that cards that powerful today are legal. And not just legal, but they're like, whatchamacallit, Raigeki's at 3, I believe. I know Raigeki's at 3 in the OCG. I believe it just hit 3 in the TCG as well. Ironically, I don't think Raigeki's that great nowadays because you can negate it easily. But still, just one of those cards that be annoying to deal with if you have to deal with it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the evolution of the game. Because I know one of the biggest complaints that I see from people is no one wants to play the game because no one wants to sit there for 20 minutes watching your opponent set up their board just so you can't play. And I agree, I get it. That's why I like Master Duel, which is kind of ironic because Master Duel has like the worst ban list out of all the versions of the game. But Master Duel lets you just leave. So if there's something that's annoying, you can just go to the next game and hopefully they won't play the same annoying meta. And on top of that, recently we just got casual mode, which is great. All right, on to the next box. So far the luck has not been that great. Again, the stuff that I'm looking for the most are copies of Ultimate Slayer. And I guess I could have just literally just bought myself 2 and called it a day instead of, paying almost 800 bucks for a case that gave me just 1 and possibly no Starlight. And the thing is this is not, I feel like this is not a good set to really invest in, where you buy the entire case and then, try to make some money back off the cards alone. Because the good secret rares are, I believe, limited to like 2 per case. So hopefully we'll get, a couple Ultimate Slayers. But I think the main one is a Primeval card. This one right here, that's the main card. This is usually at 2 in this case. So it's like, what, 80 bucks? I pulled 2. So that's, I probably made like 300 bucks back if I was to count up all the money so far. But again, it's not about the value of it. I'm going to send up everything to bulk. I'm going to give my friends whatever cards they need for their decks. And then if I pull a Starlight, that's gonna be my main goal here. And that's why I bought the case. Again, I bought 3 Starlights. Did I mention that in this video or in the one that I cut off because we pulled nothing? I bought 3. I bought 3 Starlights because they were $250 each. Yeah, no, that was in this video, I believe. So in my initial recording, what happened was I was going in. It's funny because this is now the second time this week where I was opening Power to Elements and something went wrong. Hopefully nothing goes wrong this time. I had my face cam set to high quality, and I actually forgot to set it to lower because usually these videos are a lot longer as far as recording length. And halfway through it, it just ended, and I didn't pay attention because I'm stupid. Yeah, so now I'm like, if I'm looking over to the left a lot, that's why. But the same thing actually happened, well, close to the same thing. Konami actually sent me a Power Emblem box last week, and I recorded that, but I had the wrong mic on because I had just gotten back from out of town, and I guess in the 5 days I was gone, I forgot how to create content. So yeah, unfortunately, Konami, I'm sorry, but that video will not be coming out because I used my internal mic. Garura, the Wings of Light. I use my internal mic instead, and it sounds awful. Imagine me screaming in internal mic quality. That. Yeah, no one wants that. Actually, I pulled nothing in there anyway, so it's not like I was even screaming. But yeah. Alright, so we pulled only 1 secret so far in this box, right? If I can get an Ultimate Slayer, I'll be excited because that's going to complete how many I want. I feel like running 2 is just right. I don't really want to run 3. Nope, we got our secret rare, and it's just Kurikara. Because the way Ultimate Slayer works, in case you don't know, is your opponent cannot respond with an effect, a monster effect. But you just discard 1 card, send 1 card to the graveyard from, is it 1 card or is it a banish? It is, send 1 monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then target 1 monster in the field and destroy it. Not destroy, but return to hand. Something else that's crazy about this is you can combo that with Elder Entity, however you pronounce that. And at that point, you send Elder Entity away to the graveyard. You get to return 1 monster, fusion monster in this case, back to the deck. And then you also get the Papa card, which is crazy. So Elder Entity is about to get a lot of love with Ultimate Slayer. So you can deal with the annoying fusion cards. So in my case, you know, I can deal with the DPEs if you'll play them. Because the other problem about DPE is people only, well, unless you're running a hero deck, which even the hero deck, I feel like you wouldn't want to stack on these. No one's like doubling up on Celestial and stuff like that. Well, I guess in a hero deck, you can just get rid of something else and play Fusion Destiny. But if I'm running against a rogue deck that has DPE out, if I return it using Ultimate Slayer, I know that they will be able to make another one because the main cards are going to be banished. So it is the Ultimate Slayer in that situation. Excuse me. Our last pack and nothing. Man, I'm starting to think that this is going to be a very unlucky case. Again, the only time I've ever pulled a Starlight was in when I pulled the 10,000 Dragon, and then ironically off camera in the same. This is the part that was crazy to me because I bought 5 boxes. I pulled the 10,000 Dragon on camera against Ruxin, and I had like 3 boxes left that I was like, there's no point in opening these because you're not going to get another Starlight in there. And next thing I know, I'm just opening packs for fun because I just wanted to open something, and there it is, Utopia. Of course it happens. Actually, luckily, I think I was recording that on my phone, so you kind of got like a phone reaction on that if I remember correctly. I might be wrong on that, but yeah. Now, I assume they didn't come from the same case. Maybe when I bought the boxes, because I usually don't get cases. I probably just got lucky where the seller just had a bunch of boxes already out of the cases just on the shelf or something, and they just happened to grab the ones that happen to have Starlights in them, because normally it's 1 Starlight per 2 cases. So you might not even get them on in this, which is, says a lot. Sprite Blue. That's my first Sprite Blue. Damn, the important Starlights, not Starlights, but secrets are kind of hard to get here. Blue, I think, is the main. Yeah, Blue is the more important card. Yeah, it is. So it wasn't the primeval one. It's definitely Blue. Blue is the main Sprite card you want. What does this card even do? I'm gonna read it real fast. Hold on. I don't know anything about sprites. So, if you control a level 2 rank monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Sounds about right. You can only special summon Sprite Blue once per turn this way. If this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Sprite monster from your deck to your hand, except Sprite Blue. So it fishes. Oh, that's very important. That is very important. Again, I don't know anything that sprites do. I just know that when sprites came out in the OCG, it was literally all that was played. And I still think it's all that's being played. I don't know if it got hit with any nerfs since, but I heard that this is actually a tier 0 deck. And tier 0 is saved pretty much for once in a blue moon kind of decks. Usually stuff will be tier 1, like Adventure Prank Kits will be tier 1. And I remember, what was it, Drytron for a while was tier 1. I actually think Drytrons, before they got nerfed originally, were tier 0 as well. Because Drytron was annoying. You know, bring out Ultimate, Herald Ultimateness is just like, you literally can't do anything. It's like, what's the point? The power scaling in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just nuts to me. The fact that you can pull something out and just infinitely negate something as long as you can send a fairy away is just wild to me. I can't believe that that was even a thing. I hate Drytrons, by the way. They caused me a lot of drama in Master Duel. Well, not really. At a certain point, whenever I saw Drytron cards played, I would immediately just leave because there's just no point. Like, at that point, just congrats on winning the coin toss. Yeah, the coin. I thought I said coin toss. Coin toss. Okay, Albaz to Ashen. Man, I don't think we're going to get a Starlight here. Yeah! Number 2, baby. That was a good box. Ultimate Slayer and Blue. Ultimate Slayer and Blue in the same box. That was a good box. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that you cannot get a Secret Rare and a Starlight in the same set. Or the same box. Because that would make sense. Because imagine getting Sprite Blue, Ultimate Slayer, and a DP in the same box. That will be nuts. No way in hell will we ever see something like that allowed. That's illegal at that point. Thing here. Aurora. That's the last ultra rare. The final pack of this box. Great box, by the way. We got Punk Jam. Okay. All right. Starting with the third to last box. And I'm honestly feeling no Starlight at all inside this, which would suck. I'm starting to accept it, basically. I'm starting to accept it at this point. All I got was like a 40-minute recording, half of which was lost, and then a mess to clean up at the end. Yay me. That's one of the reasons why I never hunt for Starlights, because I just know how difficult it is. Like, at least if a case was guaranteed, I would be more likely to do it, but the fact that it's one per two cases is nuts to me. Is that for sure how much it is? Goes to the Deep. That's the first time I've seen this one. Or Gaudi of the Deep. I wonder if that's one of the more important hit cards to get. Oh. I would assume it's not a Sprite card, is it? I don't think it is. But that's out of the 10 cases I've opened so far, 9 cases. That's the first time I've seen that secret rare. It's normally just Martha. It's Martha and Ashura. Ashura King. There's our next Ultra. We have 2 more left in this box. At least, you know, this isn't too annoyingly long. This would probably be like a 30-minute video. Nice and easy and to the point. Unless, of course, I pull the Starlight right now, in which case I'll yell and just end the video. Didn't happen. But if I lined that up, that would have been fire for sure. Damn. I'm just hoping to open up a pack and just see like the shine when the edge of the card is kind of gleaming through the pack. It's not happening. Damn. What are the chances we get another Ultimate Slayer, though? So I was told it's usually just 2 per case. At least based on the luck that Ruxin had. He opened 6 cases and didn't pull a single DP, which is crazy to me. Damn. Starting to feel the pain. I'm also very tired and hungry. There's our secret here. Great. At least it's not Martha again. It'd be a lot easier if I knew for sure that the Starlight took place of the secret At this point, it's probably people screaming at me in the comments that it is. But I can't look into the future, so I just have to open them. Otherwise, what I would just do is literally go, once the secrets are pulled, just go to the next box. And then open the rest off camera or something. There's the last Ultra. And don't worry, everything will be sleeved afterwards. Just trying to save time here. And speed open this case. And then get some food afterwards so I don't die. Nourishment. Please, some nourishment. Damn, man. These cases are nuts. Nothing out of that one. I'm gonna be honest, if it ends up being in this stack right here, I'm gonna be annoyed. Because I thought about starting with that stack first, and then I didn't. And it's like, really? Well, at that point, it would have been like a 2-minute video, so I guess it wouldn't have been that great. But still, will make my life easier. Worst case scenario, at least I got my 2 Ultimate Slayers that I wanted. So it's not like the worst. Best case scenario, we pull the DP that I want. Scareclaw. Please, Konami gods. I pray to Slifer. I don't get screwed here. God, I am just tired today. Holy God. It's my first day being back from traveling for like the past couple of days. And me being who I am, I immediately go into work mode. I need to be better about that. I don't know how to separate my life and take a break. I've not taken a break since like 2013. Why? Because I'm an idiot. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. If I can just take a... Imagine me to take a break just like a week where I just don't even pre-record out for it. But the thing about me taking a break or going anywhere, vacation, stuff like that, I always have to pre-record, so I basically have to like quadruple overtime for like a week and a half straight. And then I can take a break, which is like nice because then I can still be out while still technically working and not missing a day. But it sucks because that week prior to it is just so much. Ooh, it's like non-stop stress and stuff like that. Ooh, it sucks. But honestly, at this point, the only reason why I do daily uploads is because I have that crazy streak. I have not missed a upload since halfway to 2013. I count 2014 as like my first time. But I have not missed an upload since 2014, but it was more like 2013. I just can't pinpoint when in 2013. So by the end of next year, I will have officially have uploaded for 10 years straight without ever missing a single day. Because I am a psychopath. Yep. That's, I don't know if I should be proud of that, to be honest. You should always take a break to yourself to, you know, recuperate and stuff like that. And not that I don't. I definitely do it a lot. It's just, I need to not focus so much about this goal that I created myself of just never missing a day. It started with just wanting to know how long I can go. And here I am now, still going strong. The crazy part is I used to do 2 videos a day, if you guys were around from back then. And there was a point where I did 3 videos a day. When I used to upload TCG on my main channel, it was part of doing my 3 videos a day. So I would do my 2 Dragon Ball videos. So I would do like Dokkan, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 or 2, and then I would do TCG stuff. And I mean, the main way I did it is, and I also edited all myself. The main way I did it is I always focus on having simple edits and kind of be more personality based. Because at that point you kind of know what you give to people that watch the content. But it definitely made my life easier that way, and it was very much more doable as well. It's gonna end up being in this first box, isn't it? It is. But you know what's gonna hurt? When I open this last box here on the left, the first stack, and I don't see a Starlight in there. I don't think. Something I was telling myself this entire time as I was waiting for this case to arrive while I was out of town was, hey, worst case scenario, at least you can get a couple of Ultimate Slayers. I got 2. Oh man, but man, if I see that DPE, I'm gonna be so excited. And at that point, suddenly it'd be all worth it. But doesn't happen. Oof. I'll probably never get a case again. I'll be real with you. I probably will never hunt for a case again. There's Garura. I'll probably just call it at that point, and just every single time I want a Starlight, I'll just buy it the boring way. Damn. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I think it's gonna be an L. It's gonna be an L. Especially once I see the second secret rare, at that point the copium will really kick in. Exo-Sister Martha, there's one secret rare. Oh man. Oh man, this is gonna hurt. Oh man, this is gonna hurt. The pain. I don't know how Ruxin does it. I don't know how Ruxin does it. Come on, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Oh. Oh, I dropped the pack. Is that the drop of good luck? Every pack where I pulled a Starlight, I dropped first. Not this time. I think the dropping the pack thing is definitely not a thing anymore for me. I've dropped several packs since then. I pulled nothing. Oh, well, I just dropped that entire pack, but it's just a super rare. That would have been annoying if that was actually the hit. Come on. Oh. One more ultra left. One more secret. Can we get the Starlight? I don't know, but in a way, it feels kind of poetic on the last box. If I get it. Oh, at least it's Ultimate Slayer. Oh, I got a playset of Ultimate Slayer at least. The copium is kicking in. The copium is definitely kicking in. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts so much. Damn. Suddenly it's like I'm opening this in slow motion. I'm just like, a whole case, not a single Starlight. I am cursed. I am cursed. And there's the last Ultra. Well, it happens, folks, I guess. It happens. This reminds me when, well, it's not the same thing at all because this is way worse, but when Ruxin opened his Dark Duel Stories and then there was no promo cards. I feel the same way, but obviously his was just way more of a loss. And there it is, a whole case. One Sprite Blue, 3 Slayers, no Starlight.